Deliveries are out. We got to talk about them. We got to talk about market outlook here in China. What is going on? No more excuses. All right. Let's talk about everything. So deliveries came out for last week, January 8th to 14th. NIO only delivered 1,700 vehicles. Xpeng 1,400, Zeekr 2,200, Tesla 7,400. So Tesla saw a good rebound, but NIO actually dropped substantially from 3,000 to 1,700. And if you look from the last week of December, 5,700 to the first week of January, 3,000 to the second week of January, 1,700. Cumulative deliveries so far this month, all right, up until the 14th is 4,700. So it's looking like we might be getting 10,000 deliveries, or maybe less, or maybe even a bit more. Okay, so in terms of the other peers' performances, in terms of Chinese new EV makers sales, NIO did not even make the top 10 list for top 10 new energy vehicle maker sales for both the second week of January single week deliveries, nor the cumulative 2-week deliveries, all right, nor the luxury brand sales here in China. So NIO did not make the top 10 for either of those 4 lists. Yes, we can argue that the lists are skewed because it includes gas vehicles and also cheaper vehicles, so that doesn't really matter. But we should not take away from the fact that the performance was very lackluster, 1,700. Now, first of all, let's talk about market dynamics. All right, so this was shared to me by a subscriber on Discord, and this is from Car Fans, and this is very important. All right, first it says the sub 200k RMB market has seen a modest rebound after a 50% decline in store inflow and orders in the first week, yet the 200k plus market continues to shrink. The shortfall in store inflow is more pronounced than in sales turnover. 2. Tesla and Li Auto's price reduction have led to a wait-and-see sentiment amongst the 200k RMB market customers. Yes, it is absolutely correct, and a lot of the content creators here in China are also saying, price cuts are very severe. Maybe perhaps wait before purchasing and let the price cut even more. All right. It is expected that Tier 2 brands, NIO, Xpeng, and Zeekr, etc., are likely to endeavor to keep their January delivery numbers at about 10,000 deliveries. So it's going to be quite hard. They got to push to get to 10,000. 3. Brands that are unable to deliver before Chinese New Year have halted new orders, while international models in the 200k to 300k RMB segment have reached a peak in orders. So this is very different from outside of China. Outside of China, it seems like people are buying the cars, but here in China, people are waiting. Okay, brand performance. Number 1, Tesla, Li Auto, and Ito have each accumulated over 15,000 orders as of January 15th. Other brands, excluding new model launches, see their main model orders at about 4,000 to 5,000 up to mid-January. 2. BYD has recorded 80,000 to 90,000 orders as of January 15th, signaling a transition into a clearance period. The under 200k RMB market has seen an order increase compared to the previous week. Number 3. Confirmations with Toyota and VW indicate a 20 to 30% order reduction from the previous week. However, due to the recovery in the sub 200k RMB market, orders have returned to levels seen last November, and these stores are also approaching a clearance period. Yes, clearance. All right, everybody's doing clearance, big discounts. Li Auto doing discounts, Tesla doing big discounts, basically price cuts. All right, NIO is also doing discounts as well, but mainly for existing showroom cars, and those discounts for NIO are pretty high as well. So clearly we can see, is NIO the outlier here in terms of deliveries? No, because of price cuts, and we could potentially see price cuts for NIO coming soon. All right, very, very soon, because that is what's needed to boost these numbers up. And buying the factory from JAC, the CEO said that transaction really helps them reduce the cost of building every vehicle by 10%. All right, so that means there is room for discounts and price cuts. But guys, no more excuses. No more excuses. Last year, sales did not drop that fast. In Q1, we actually saw pretty decent sales last year. Okay, partially because in 2022, EV subsidy was going away, but then NIO said they were going to fork out the subsidy amount in Q1 of 2023. So sales actually was okay, all right, during that period of time. And also NIO did a transition clearance and sold a lot of Gen 1 vehicles in bulk in March. So that really helped with Q1 deliveries. But then last year, Q2 deliveries fell significantly. But now it seems like deliveries are falling here even in Q1. No more excuses. Before, they would say that we are in a transition period. All right, we are in a transition period. New products are being launched, and we're in a transition period, so the sales are low. What are the excuses now? What are the excuses now? Are there any more product switches? No more product switches. There aren't going to be new cars launched on the NIO brand in 2023. People aren't waiting for that. But if I had to come up with some excuses, the lack of incentives right now, especially government and localized incentives, also the fact that the chips are not being refreshed on the car. Other brands are delivering the cars with 8295 chip. NIO is still delivering the car with 8155 chip. And also possibly people are waiting for Gen 3 NIOs, because they've seen the ET9 horizontal screen and how everything is different. There's so many things different. They went from a shifter that's on the side over here to a sort of like a stock shifter, the one that Tesla used to have and lots of other cars used to have. And perhaps people are waiting on that. But the main reason is because it is an overall very competitive market. I mean, there's so many players in the market that it's just people are taking each other's lunch. All right. And in terms of what NIO is doing in terms of marketing, I mean, I've seen they're doing live streams pretty good. They're actually letting you borrow the car for 3 days without paying any money, and you can drive it as if it's your own car, like a long-term test drive, basically. And they're basically allowing everybody to do that. In-store walk-in, very, very low. I mean, with all the stores, even Li Auto stores, even Tesla stores, the walk-in is just not that good, from what I've seen. But they do stimulate things by having those price cuts. So price cuts could be coming for NIO very soon. That would be the saving grace for deliveries. Otherwise, deliveries might continue to struggle until the sub-brand comes out. It's hard. It's not easy, guys. 1,700, quite a shocker, to be honest. All right. What do you think about deliveries? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.